Bloomberg surveyed 24 economists, and most of them thought it's going to be a small negative for the March quarter. And mainly the reason you got to think about you had the bushfires at the first part of it. Then you had in March you had all the lockdown closure implications. But it was going to be a good quarter, even with the bushfires, because a lot of money was spent to offset the implications of the bushfire. But Pete, 5 economists have actually come out and said it could be a small positive. So I don't know what these guys are smoking, but I tell you what, I do hope they're right. I do hope they're right, because it'd be fantastic. June's going to be a terrible one. It's going to be one of the worst in our lifetime. But September could be, because we're playing footy again. We're going to go to the cafes. September may well be a small positive. So if we can get a small positive now, a shocking June, we still don't get a technical recession. And we've been avoiding a technical recession for 29 years, a world record. So that would be great for the psychology of the country, I think.
So when you say technical recession, what does that compare to?
It means 2 quarters, 6 months.
But is there a difference between technical recession and recession?
Yeah, not really, apart from the fact that, look, a recession really is when lots of people are unemployed, lots of bankruptcies, and you have bad recessions and small recessions. But the economists try to benchmark it. And if you have two for a national economy, you have 2 quarters of where you don't grow, you're going backwards, so it's negative growth. We call that a technical recession.
Okay. All right. So what do you think?
I think we're probably a small negative. I always love the optimistic, but I think a small negative is really on the cards.
Okay, let's talk about Virgin. There's a few rumblings about, I think the buyer list has now narrowed down to 2. Could Richard Branson be involved?
Yeah, well, he's hooked up with a company called Cyrus Capital. They've got about $7 billion under management. They're based out of New York. Private equity mob. The other side is Bain Capital, another private equity group out of America. So either way, Virgin's going to be American-owned. But Branson's linked up with Cyrus. The irony is Bain Capital is $150 billion under management, a huge gorilla when it comes to investment. But I reckon unless they're going to change the name, they still will have to deal with Branson, because Branson, in a sense, he licenses his name. That's his business nowadays. So when there's gyms, he doesn't really own the gyms. Somebody has bought the name to use Virgin. So he's going to be a part of either one, unless they decide to change the name. And I guess if he asks for too much, Bain might say, well, we'll just change the name.
And how does this work with the $200 million that the Queensland Government was going to kick in?
Well, the group that they were associated with are no longer
right. So they're out. Is that?
Yes, but also the thing is this: a company like Bain might say, these guys are on the hook. They're really interested. They may turn around and say, well, do you guys want to participate or contribute? And we will think about headquartering in Brisbane. So they still could get some play, but the group that they were associated with missed out when they narrowed the field down to 2.
Okay, let's just finally have a chat about super. There was an interesting report that came out a couple of days ago, Pete, about how a majority of people who had taken up that option to withdraw their super early had ended up spending it on booze and gambling, which was not the point that the government had hoped for anyway. So for those who might be doing that, give us a sense of how much they might be losing in the long run.
Okay, so I'm writing a story for my Switzer Daily this morning, because I looked at it, Pete, and I thought, well, look, if someone took the money out for debt repayment, I understand that. Or some young couples might have pooled their money and had $40,000 to buy a home. That's a good use of your super money. But if you're going for wine, women, and wild songs and whatever, I think that's absolutely crazy. Pete, if a 25-year-old took 20K out and just wasted the money, that 20K, because the average super fund is doing about 8% per annum. That money doubles every 9 years. So that 20K by the age of 70, when most people will be retiring in the future, would have been $640,000. Wow. So that's a very big sacrifice you're making by just having a real good time now.
That's amazing, isn't it? I mean, that is so handy in retirement. That kind of money. Yeah. It's huge money.
Yeah. Pete, just one last thing. When Buffett sold out of airlines on May 4, or told us about it, You know what? Airline share prices have rocketed since peak. They're up 24% in America since Buffett sold out. So even
Wow.
Buffett can make mistakes.
Yeah, well, I mean, Qantas is on its way to rebounding, isn't it?
Yep, most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Do you advise Qantas shares?
I'm afraid of two sorts of businesses: airlines and insurance companies, because stuff can go wrong.
Yeah.
Remember when volcanoes upset Virgin and
Yeah.
Qantas?
Well, one crash. All it takes is one crash, and you're in a whole lot of trouble, right?
And you've got OPEC as well, dealing with the OPEC oil price guys. Too hard for me.
Yeah.
But Qantas is a great company.